Wildest, wackiest moments. Okay, so we have Nikki from Bethel Park says, I don't have any one moment. My friends and I just had some crazy parties. I can imagine what those parties have been like. Yeah, no, I'm not even going to get into that.
Oh, geez.
I can't say I've been to too many crazy parties.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
To me. Jamie from BP, my man, Jay Spurs, Jay Miranda, getting in a fight on the boardwalk at Ocean City.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What a party.
Yeah.
He lifts every single day. This kid. You don't want to mess with Jay. He's like 5'6", so he's like, he'll kick your ass. Like,
yeah.
I know a bunch of guys who went like right after school.
Yeah, this is from the kids from the high school. Okay, just to clarify things, you know.
Yeah.
Clarifying, you know, Britt. You know, are you alright?
Yeah.
You hanging in there?
Yeah.
Totally. God, it's hot.
When am I getting out of here?
Segment. We'll really get into it.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I want to hear your wildest moment. We'll get to you, alright?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll get to you. I'm going to leave this girl anonymous. Like, I know her real name, but I'm just going to say C. She says, a girl called my friend a nasty name, and I went to punch her, but she punched my friend and pulled her pants down. So I went down to Club Zoo. Club Zoo's a place. I went to a stage, like, I want to say about 4 or 5 months ago, and I was, like, down at Club Zoo all the time, with all the preppy kids, you know, partying and stuff, and, like, dancing, and, like,
that's how you roll.
Ass dancing with Angela.
Oh, yeah.
And my sweetheart, my best friend. But she taught me how to dance. Her and Ryan Coleman taught me how to dance at the club.
Ryan Coleman is the man.
I was having a conversation with Brittany the other night, so I don't even know how to kiss. She's like, help me out with that, you know? She's like, oh, we'll see.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you were like, yeah, you never know.
See, you were saying that you didn't know what you were doing. You're like,
I don't? Look at me.
Beautiful man.
Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You were talking about how you want me to help you. Well, I don't know how I can help. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Oh, God.
Kiss me, damn it. How about that?
Calm down.
G-rated. I'm just...
Look at our father back there.
Her dad is kind enough to join us today. Mr. Cihal, Brittany Cihal, teen model from prom. I just want to let you all know she's a very good girl, very nice girl. Now we're continuing on. Sarah from BP. Over the summer I made a bunch of new friends from Charleroi, and we all had some crazy parties and were together literally 24/7 across Charleroi. We chased white racists, stole gas heads to keep a few houses under control. You know what, Sarah? I know Sarah is. She sent the weekly wipe.
Really?
Email, yeah.
Weekly wipe. Great podcast.
Yeah, let's not advertise that here, Big Al. Well, that, you know, like, we'll let that up for our diehard fans.
Yeah.
With the Sully tees, you see Scooter Sports over there? 4 t-shirts left. Pat, I made so much money on these Sully Show t-shirts. If your mom found out, her head would spin. How about that? I made so much money. $10 per shirt.
They're nice.
They are nice. I mean,
I like them.
Right now. Like, if you were a part of the staff, you wore one last show.
My sister doesn't even know who you are. She wears them more than I do.
Yeah, there's some kid from Baldwin. Yeah, like, there's a kid who works with me, Jeff. This kid from Baldwin's little brother knew my show. I'm like, how did he know it? Is it because it's on YouTube and, like, Korean people and, like, African people in Africa and people in South America and people in Antarctica? Oh, there's no one that lives down there. Sorry, Pat. Yeah, sorry. I'm being stupid. But yeah, people worldwide watch the show. It's on YouTube, but you can watch it in Bethel Park on TV live. Zach from BP says, my craziest moment was when I got arrested for stealing a small child. No, but that's not true. He was just joking. That's an extra story. He was just joking. He just wanted to say something funny.
That's hilarious.
Horrible.
Stole a small child.
Zach was just joking. That is not a true story. I just made the paper and said, wildest, wackiest moment. Jot it down. You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, man, I can't even rattle off even more and more of them because I've had so many in 2007. I'm telling, okay, I'm being told we're going to go to break soon. Caitlin from BP, I'm going to skip the other one. Caitlin from BP sneaking in my house at 3 a.m. after my friend hit her in the head in the middle of the woods and was knocked out. Oh, man.
Wow.
Rufus, who is Pat Rulon, okay, he sent this as Rufus. He signed this as Rufus. I said, what is your wildest, wackiest moment? He said, having an in-depth conversation with the ocean. Having an in-depth with the ocean after witnessing ghost chariots flying several feet above the beach. This happened after I dropped some illegal substances.
Wow.
Ruben. I was done by I mean, he was arguing with us. He was arguing with the show, and Brittany, you've watched some of the show. I mean, you're not real familiar with it, but I'll get you a box set.
Okay.
Okay, is that a drill? All right. Marilyn M. This is really weird. Marilyn M. says my wildest, wackiest moment was my ex-boyfriend's mom found inappropriate things in his wallet that deals with me. Whoops.
Oh, man.
I would say whoops if I were you, Marilyn M. We got to go to break. We'll be back to talk with Miss Brittany about her teen modeling career right after these messages on the Sully Show. Morning. All right, welcome back to the Sully Show. As you can tell, I'm having the time of my life right now.
Great show.
With Brittany Cihal. I like to say she's my girlfriend, but she's like, well, I'm like, no, but she's a wonderful girl. But we're going to talk about your modeling career. Like, you are a teenage model.
Yeah.
And we want you to explain to the BP kids, the BP girls. I don't know if there's any dudes out there who want to model. And that's fine. Tuza, yeah. He's been listening for a while. Doesn't make it. Tuza's a good kid. Thanks to all the staff, by the way. I mean, seriously, the Big O Annie, like, the staff here is unbelievable. Josh, Chirp, Tuza,
Dave Cable,
thanks here to this show, and his girlfriend Colleen. They're all in the back. Pat Roulon and Devin Dysart. But the extra staff, I mean, Pierce Anderson's here. He's going to take pictures later. Without that, Dave Cable. Dave Cable's the man.
Yeah.
Without Dave Cable, there would be no BPTV. Put it that way. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thanks. All the staff members.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Let's give a round of applause, huh? Yeah, seriously, you guys deserve it. And we're hitting up Quaker Steak after the show.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for every show.
No, I got my own cash.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, but Brittany, why don't you tell the BP audience about this modeling career of yours? How did you get into modeling? I mean, obviously you're gorgeous. I'm not going to beat around the bush there.
Thanks.
You have the floor.
Well, when I was about 4 or 5, I started doing like commercials and stuff like that. I had a modeling agency, and then I didn't really do much of anything until this summer when I started building a portfolio. And now I'm just gonna start sending my pictures out. I've been getting on a lot of photo shoots and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, Annie has a few questions. She wanted to know into modeling.
Like you were saying before, it's not as easy as it looks. So tell me more about that. Like,
well, I thought that it's much harder than I would have ever expected. Like getting on photo shoots, like you have to, like working with a photographer, like they're all different, and it's just.
they're looking for something different, but you just give them.
Yeah, they all have different perspectives on what they want from you, and you just have to guess what they want.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Before I almost started off modeling, and I just took a couple pictures in front of the camera, and then they said you have a job, and if you want to take it, and I was just like, okay, what do I have to do? And then they told me you got to do this and you got to do that. I just said maybe that's not for me, but I can see where you're coming from. It's a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Like you were saying before.
Annie, take it over, good.
It's the Annie show.
Go ahead. I'm not into modeling. Go ahead. And Big O's not.
Not really.
Like you were saying before, Tyra Banks. What was that about again?
I don't know. I was reading an article because she has that show, American Next Top Model, and it was saying that top agencies don't really want to consider girls that went through that show, only because they're really picky about who they have in their agency. They want to handpick them, and they just don't want to deal with people who are on that show.
Yeah, because I seriously think it would be a lot easier to take girls that they already know about by watching the show
and see what they have to offer.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of stupid that they would want to take just random people out of the blue, that they don't know, because you're gonna have to know them eventually to deal with them. Really, do you guys want to itchy kind of girl on your show?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I watch the show all the time, and it has a lot of good
you got good girls, I got dramatic girls.
I also have a question. Have you met famous people?
Well, I've met a lot of bands actually this past year. I met Cobra Starship, The Academy is, Rocket Summer, All Time Low.
You're not kidding me.
And I didn't really meet them, but I saw Paramore. They walked right past me.
Yeah, you didn't meet that. I said the guy who's in the Cobra Starship.
Yeah.
But